Hi Year 3, so I'm going to show you how to write your biography, kind of modelling it almost like we do in class, so you can see what you kind of want to do and how to do it. So for those parents who are watching, I'm sorry about my handwriting. My class got used to it, but bear with me, okay? You might have already guessed who I'd write my biography about. It is Beyonce. So I've kind of done the same questions as MC Aiton, but I don't have the same interest in cricket, so I picked someone I'm interested in. And you should do the same thing. Don't pick somebody just because someone else likes them. Pick someone you're actually really interested in. So I picked some interesting facts. She had the most tweeted ever moment about it when she performed at the Super Bowl. She's married to Jay-Z, who's a rapper. She was born on the 4th of September 1981. She was born in Houston, Texas in America. She's a singer, actress, and songwriter. She became famous as a member of a band called Destiny's Child. She had lots of great hits and albums, and I listed the albums because I quite like the albums, really. And then some interesting stories I've put here. Right, so just looking at our success criteria, I've written it out. You have it in your packs, but it's there as well. So using a heading and subheading, write about your chosen person in the past tense, because most of their life so far has been in the past tense, obviously. Writing about their life in chronological order. Now, what does that mean again? Do you remember? It means time order, so kind of in the order it's happened. Use commas to break up longer sentences. Now, we haven't done that a lot, but I'm sure you're going to try your best at it. And use conjunctions like before, while, after, and which, and use paragraphs to organize your work. Right. So, with that in mind, I'm going to look at my planning and I'm going to start my writing. So, I'm going to use a heading first of all. So, my heading is just going to be the person's name. So, I'm filming this with one hand, so it might not be the tidiest work or the best camera work. So, I'm just going to put her first name. You're going to use a ruler if you have one. I don't have one, I'm afraid. So, I might put my subheading as her early life to start with. Cool. Thank you. My cameraman has just kicked in. Finally, he's taking part. So Beyonce, I'm going to put in her full name, because she does have one, believe it or not. It's Beyonce Giselle Knowles, which is actually my name as well. It's not really. Was born the 4th. Remember, if you're writing a number, you should always try and write it in the full if you can. 4th of September. September, obviously, a month. Gets a capital letter. September 1981. So she is older than me. There are people older than me. She was born. Again, that's that past tense we talked about. She was born in Houston, Texas, in America. Now, I've not written America very tidily, so I'm going to write that out again. Make sure it's your tidiest work. You're going to have better handwriting than me, I hope, at the end of this. So now you can just use your plan this is this, but it's quite boring. So it's quite nice if you kind of pick and mix things in. So I have quite an interesting story from her early life. So an interesting story is that she started singing, there we go, at an early age, and this helped her be less shy. Nothing wrong with being shy, obviously, though. She met friends. I'm not just going to use the plan. I'm going to use what I've read. So if you don't know a lot about your person, you might want to read up with them. She met friends while singing, including Kelly Rowland, who you might know yourselves. She was on the X Factor for a while. Kelly Rowland, who became a member of a girl band with her. So they started that when they were about 8, I think. Right, so I'm just going to read over it and I'm going to check my success criteria while I go through. Have I used a heading and subheading? So far I have. Written about my chosen person in the past tense? Yep. Right, so Beyonce Giselle Knowles was born 4th of September 1981. My one's not very tidy, so I'll just tidy that up. She was born in Houston, Texas, in America. I don't know why I put a comma there. I'll get rid of that. I've got a purple pen, actually. I'll use that. If you don't, just use what you have. She started singing at an early age, and this helped her be less shy. That's not very well written. So I might just come back over that in a second. So I might just start with Beyonce was very shy, but There we go. Started singing at a young age, and this helped her maybe come out of herself. So to come out of yourself means kind of become more outgoing and to be less a bit reserved at times. Out of herself. Full stop. That's a bit better. She met friends while singing, including Kelly Rowland, who became a member of a girl band with her. Fab. Right, so let's see. I've done in chronological order. I haven't broken up any sentences because I haven't got any longer sentences. And I haven't really gotten any conjunctions in, so that's my next bit. So I'm going to go on to my next subheading, which is going to be Destiny's Child, which was the band she formed. Now, you can use paragraphs or you can use subheadings, whichever you want to use yourselves. Beyonce, she's got an accent, I think. I can never remember. Accent, Kelly, and two other friends. They left, so we don't really know their names, and we don't really care. Formed Destiny's Child. They had their first hit when Beyonce was just 16. Now, that's quite a long sentence, so I don't need to break it up because it still makes sense, but so don't just put in commas for the sake of it. The single was called No, something I like to say. It was called No, 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 which featured the rapper Wyclef Jean. Your parents will know who Wyclef Jean is. He was brilliant back in the day. Wyclef Jean. And it went to number 1. That is quite a long sentence, so we definitely need a comment there. The single was called No, 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 which featured the rapper Wyclef Jean, and it went to number 1. I can just put a comma in there and I can get rid of my and. I don't need the and there. It went to number 1. Fab. And looking back, I've got which. Brilliant. I started to use conjunctions. Now, I haven't really got paragraphs in there, so I might put a bit more about Destiny's Child now. I'm not going to write the whole thing because you've heard me talk enough about about Beyonce, over the year. So I won't bore you anymore. But this is kind of where you should be going with your biography. I'd love to see what you're going to write and who you're going to write about. So if you'd like, you can send them in to Miss C8 Minor High, and we'd love to see them. Right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.